Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a great video for y'all, and it's just gonna be a video about 3 things that I have been doing recently that keeps me grounded and keeps me feeling the best version of myself, honestly, and how I utilize these 3 things to help me get through my day-to-day life, and it really has made a difference. So if you're interested, keep on watching. Let's get into the video and let's go. Okay, so not gonna be rambling today. We're gonna get right into it because I'm excited and I really am looking forward to sharing these things. So, my hair, 1 second. Well, tip number one is going to be setting boundaries, okay? Setting boundaries for me has become so important. It kind of can hit you out of nowhere when you all of a sudden look up and you realize you're not living for yourself anymore. You're doing somebody else's version of what a mom should be, a wife should be, a girlfriend should be. You're living somebody else's decided role for you, taking things that you don't want to tolerate. Somebody popping up at your house, family popping up all the time, and you don't like that, but you're not comfortable. You don't have the words to say, please stop, I don't want you to do this. And so setting boundaries is so important because you'll find that you've lost yourself, and the longer you go on this autopilot script that somebody else has written for you or other people write for you, you'll realize that the longer you do that, the longer it's been since you felt like yourself, the longer it's been since you felt like you were living for yourself. And so that's just a few reasons why it's even important to set boundaries. Now, the way that I have gotten better at it, and I have even learned how to do it for real, is I have a book, and I'll go ahead and write it in the comment section down below or in the description box. Activity when somebody say, hey, I'm gonna call you, but you really don't want to talk, but you do it and you just accept the phone call. You don't tell them, hey, I really don't feel like talking right now, I don't feel too good. You have trouble with that. It's passivity. And the aggression aspect of the situation is sometimes when we are so passive, we find ourselves becoming aggressive to offset it. It becomes our defense mechanism. If you are used to people running all over you, you might have one person or a few, maybe you're used to your family doing whatever they want, right? Taking your time, calling you as soon as you get off work, even if you don't feel like talking, overstepping your boundaries. So now you're overly stern in your romantic relationship. You have a no BS mindset, and you have this mindset that, like, I will not tolerate it here. Now you find yourself being aggressive in your relationship. And just to clarify, the difference between aggressive and assertive is that with aggression, we don't leave much room for someone to discuss it with us. We don't leave much room for negotiation. It's not, hey, do you mind if I give you a call? No, only call me when I tell you. Obviously, that's an exaggerated thing, but it's like you giving no power to the other person. It's not a team thing. You're not open to what they have to say. You set the rules, and you're moved in anybody else's opinion about that. So that can become what we do when we're tired of being passive, or when we're done being passive with one relationship, we're aggressive with another. Or we might be dealing with passivity with one person, and you might be passive with your spouse, with your boyfriend, and every once in a while when you realize they have overly stepped so hard that you finally are fed up and you want to put your foot down about something, you might come across as super aggressive, like, no, I let you run all over me all the time, this time no. And that's how you have boundary issues, passivity issues, because it shouldn't be something that you deal with, you hurt so much that you blow up about it eventually. So the healthy median is assertiveness, and you want to be assertive with everyone. You want to be assertive in all relationships, not passive, not aggressive. If somebody says, hey, I wanted to go to the skating rink, Assertivity is like, I didn't want to. I don't really feel like skating. I kind of want to, go swimming. That's just your opinion. You're still open to what their response is. You told how you felt. You didn't just go along with it, and you didn't say no. I always do it your way. I'm doing this today. You see what I'm saying? So, and they said that assertiveness, a good tip to do that is by saying I statements, which might not always be easy. You might not always be aware that you're doing it wrong, but say I statements. I'm getting really frustrated. It'd be helpful if I could just get some space to calm down, because I don't want to get out of character while we talk about this. I want to finish this conversation later. You're open to their response. If they say, well, I can't do it later, but maybe tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow it is. But you're not saying, I'm too pissed off, bye. I can't have this talk, bye. You know what I'm saying? And so obviously sometimes we do the wrong thing, or it might be a time where you don't have to negotiate. Some boundaries are non-negotiable. So just understanding what is and what isn't, and being open to letting somebody else have a voice while also asserting your own, is a healthy medium between passive, aggressive, and assertive. Okay, so now that we got that out the way, the next tip I wanted to address, y'all, was something I recently started to do. Now, I go on YouTube, I type in affirmations, and I listen to I'll click on a long video and I'll repeat what I hear. And you'll hear all kind of different affirmations, from I am divinely guided, and I can do this, or just, any motivational thing. You might be thinking, you might hear them say, I am beautiful. Today is a powerful day. I'm going to make the most of it. Or I'm going to make the most of today. Today was not an accident. I did not wake up by accident. I'm grateful for my body and for all of its functions keeping me alive. These are the thoughts that you consciously repeat and say to yourself when you listen to these affirmations, and it rubs off on you, and you begin to realize you'll have constant intentional thoughts throughout the day. If you think something negative, you're intentionally going to rebuttal that now, and you're becoming your own best friend instead of kind of being a victim of your thoughts. You're thinking about embarrassing memories. You can't help but just feel embarrassed and ashamed of that. You're overthinking about if you were tripping when you said this or did that. You can't think if you behave like you believe a normal person should behave. All of the doubt is what you begin to offset. You begin to combat it. You begin to rebuttal yourself. And before you know it, you're happier. You're looking at yourself in the mirror. You're not looking at your flaws. You're looking at the things you love. You're not looking at that scar on your nose. You're looking at the beautiful shape of your eyes. You're looking for the things that fulfill you, that make you feel good about yourself. That is the difference that happens when you listen to affirmations. And so in the morning, I started to listen to a few minutes of a video every morning for about 5 minutes, maybe, just enough to I feel like it rubbed off on me. And then I'll pray. And just pray for a great day. Pray for this to really help me. All the best meditation practices I can to set myself up to be the most grounded version of myself, the most confident version of myself as well. And speaking of praying, that moves us along to tip number 3. Now, I don't know if you're religious or not, but if you do believe in God, and if you are religious, or if you believe in a higher power, I personally believe in God. So when it comes to that specific thing, when I find myself getting out of character, I will say a prayer, sometimes even out loud, and just say real quick while I'm on the phone with them, like, God, please keep me calm. Please give me guidance on how to deal with this. And just something quick, because even they need to know you're actively trying to avoid running off the handle. Breathing is a form of meditation. Calming down and saying, I need to talk to you later. All forms of getting back to who you are and grounding yourself. So, and that's another small tip, a bonus tip, is to meditate if you really want to. I personally do meditation in forms of other things, like I said, praying, affirmations, breathing. But, and so I'll pray, and sometimes I'll pray out loud like that, or I'll pray to myself, God, I pray for your peace. God's peace it exceeds all things reality. You might be, not dealing with a good thing in your relationship, and you're stressed about it at the time, and it's still currently a problem. It's not fixed. but you pray for God's peace and you feel good, you feel okay despite your circumstances. You looking around like, I have a reason to feel this way, but for some unknown reason, which is God, I feel peaceful, I feel okay, I feel like I just feel good, I just feel okay. And that happens to me a lot. So I would definitely say to pray and to just ask for these things. And one of the prayers that I love to pray, that my sister actually helped me to understand and pray this, which is praying for peace and praying for guidance, praying for humbleness, whatever it is you need, but also asking God to give you the ability to understand when He is answering your prayer, to hear Him when He says you need to now call Him back and calm down. Like, you need to be able to register what His guidance is. And so pray for the ability to not only have the help from Him, but to spot it when it's there, to spot the tips when you get them, and to know what his suggestions are, his desire for you is, so you can do those things instead of ignoring them. Because sometimes God can help us and we can overlook what He's suggesting because we're so mad. So praying for the ability to get the messages. And that brings us to the end of the video, y'all. I really hope you enjoy. I've tried to record this video about who knows how many times, because it's been a struggle with trying to get myself in the frame and other stuff. But I really hope that this is the best version of the video that I can put out there for y'all. Don't forget to comment down below. Comment some tips that help keep yourself grounded. Comment if any of these tips helped you out. And tell me if y'all having a good day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn the bell as well, so you can be notified whenever I upload. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.